This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So Rudy Giuliani appears to have been the right-hand man in Donald Trump's attempt to overturn a free and fair settled American election in 2020. His right-hand man in the Willard Hotel in the command center of the insurrection. And now he is his right-hand man in these indictments. Rudy Giuliani was charged, among others, with several crimes related to this Georgia indictment. Donald Trump now has 91 counts being charged against him, felony counts, across 4 indictments, 13 alone in this particular indictment, this 99-page indictment. And one of the charges here, if I can find so many papers on my desk, it's a nightmare. So tired, I'm forgetting there's a microphone in front of my face. The main charge that's going to hold the most weight relative to prosecution and time is the violation of the Georgia RICO, which is Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act. RICO. You ever watch The Sopranos? They talk about RICO predicates, and it was largely used to prosecute organized crime. When there is a conspiracy this vast, it is organized crime. But what's interesting here, dubious, ironic, hilarious, is that Rudy Giuliani is now also facing that same racketeering charge, and he made his name being an expert prosecutor using a statute exactly like this, or very similar to this at the federal level. Here's an article from The Insider. Get a load of this headline. Rudy Giuliani, who pioneered the use of RICO when he was a U.S. attorney, just got indicted on RICO charges. Oh, Rudy. Oh, Rudy Colludi. A former U.S. attorney who made his name using RICO to prosecute organized crime was just indicted on RICO charges. That's Rudy Giuliani, who spearheaded the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office in the 1980s before going on to serve as the mayor of New York City. Late Monday, a Georgia grand jury voted to indict Giuliani on a number of criminal charges, including violating the state's Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization statute. It's a remarkable twist for the former mayor, who pioneered the use of RICO laws to go after the mob in New York, an accomplishment he touts to this day. In fact, here is a statement, a comment made by a spokesperson for Rudy Giuliani, lauding his contribution to America and prosecutions. Giuliani, the reason I made sure you knew is because you might not be able to know that it's a fan of Giuliani, a spokesperson for Giuliani, because it's just so centered. It's so unbiased. Giuliani is objectively one of the most effective prosecutors in American history who took down the MAFIA, cleaned up New York City, and comforted the nation following 9/11, his spokesperson Ted Goodman told reporters as recently as last month. And here he is, being prosecuted in a wide-ranging, detailed speaking indictment released by the Georgia District Attorney, Fani Willis. It's going to be tough to make a case against the facts that are laid out in this indictment. Now, Giuliani is accused of breaking the same racketeering laws that he aggressively employed against the mafia. The former mayor was one of 19 defendants, including the former president, Donald Trump, who were indicted by Fulton County DA Fani Willis's office in connection to Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. All the defendants were charged with violating Georgia's RICO statute. Trump, Giuliani, their co-defendants, 30 unindicted co-conspirators, and others known and unknown to the grand jury, constituted a criminal organization whose members and associates engaged in various related criminal activities, including, but not limited to, false statements and writings, impersonating a public officer, forgery, filing false documents, influencing witnesses, computer theft, computer trespass, computer invasion of privacy, conspiracy to defraud the state, acts involving theft, and perjury, the indictment said. And then finally here, Giuliani specifically was charged with solicitation of violation of oath by public officer, false statements and writings, conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, conspiracy to commit false statements and writings, and conspiracy to commit filing false documents. How you feeling now, America's mayor? This is something that will never cease to amaze me, of the people who have hitched their proverbial wagons to Donald Trump thinking that he would be untouchable, that his crimes would go unnoticed, and then if noticed, unpunished. Come on. I, for one, I think it will come as no surprise to anybody, am here for this. I am waiting for this trial, which apparently is they're wanting it to kick off. They're wanting this to be hastily taken upon. They want this to be speedy justice, a speedy trial. And I do too. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If I do something for you that you appreciate and you think it's worth $1.99 a month to help produce this content, to help grow the scope and width and breadth of this channel, please consider supporting my work. Click the join button below, and for $2 a month, you can become a channel member. You can hit the super thanks button, or you can go over to my Patreon page, which supports all of this, YouTube, podcast, Brittany Page's YouTube channel, and it's patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Facebook. Did I miss one? Who knows? At Dollemore. That's where you can find me. I love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for being engaged. Thanks for being passionate about making our world a better place. Be genuine. Take care of one another.